What is up, guys? So I got some good news to report. After long, let me tell you the little backstory first. After long search and just research and pretty much hunting down people, I found the Swaybar I'm going to be running on my Eclipse. So this Swaybar originated from Road Race Engineering. This was like, they made these, I want to say there's only a handful of them. I would say 10 the most. And these being on their race cars way back in like the 1990s and early 2000s, when they actually, took Eclipses seriously before Evos came and took over the, the market. They made these custom sway bars. They were actually a 3-piece custom made sway bar that totally, changed the handling characteristics of a 2G. With these sway bars, you were able to rotate and pretty much Tokyo drift, whatever, like way back when. There's a lot of R&D that went into these sway bars, so I'm happy to report that I actually managed to get one in my possessions. But the only thing is that it is broken. This one that I got, it was actually from a friend's car who had it way back when. He crashed his car, he parted it out, and luckily one of my friends got the rear subframe assembly with the sway bar to do an all-wheel drive swap on his car. And he had that sway bar on his car for a while, but somehow we really don't know how this happened. One of the plates that held the sway bar actually snapped and broke, and he was riding like that for a cool like maybe 10 miles, and he started noticing noise, and then he saw that the sway bar actually broke. So I have this sway bar in my possession, but it is broken. So the plan is to get this sway bar replicated. I've already got permission from Road Race, and just make my own. So the two issues right now is, am I gonna stay with that same material at the actual thickness of that plate, or am I gonna go bigger, to avoid this cracking from happening again in future times? And the second thing is that the bar that actually connects them, the plates together. That bar is very specific, because they did a lot of, like I said, R&D with this setup, and they tried different thickness, different materials, and this metal bar was found to be the most neutral bar out of all of them that they tried. Because the thicker you go, the more stiffer it gets, and like they would say that they had different bars that would actually just make the car a drift machine versus a handling machine, which is what I want. So enough talking, let me go show you it. So here it is, and here is the plate. As you can see, we have a little bit of an issue here. It has snapped. And here's the Road Race emblem from way back when this was made. This is originally 3 pieces, but once you get them all together, they actually weld them and seal the bar in. And so I'm gonna have to somehow get this replicated. I already found a shop that's able to, they're gonna use a pressure jet, so water jet, to cut this exact shape. They're gonna scan it and cut this exact shape from the supplied metal that I'm gonna go shop for right now. And then once I get those dimensions and plates fixed, the next challenge will be sourcing this bar to the exact material and strength and length that this is. So here she is. This is the new project rear sway bar replication. Hopefully this goes out the way I planned it, and I'll keep you guys updated as we go hunting for some stuff. All right guys, we've made it to Metal Depot. I'm hoping that they'll have what I'm looking for here, the sway bar. I thought this was really just a recycling place, but they actually told me that they sell metal, so let's go inside and see what they got. Okay, so after much talk with one of the workers, we got our material. We for sure, you know, figured out what the plates were made out of. The only thing we had an issue with was this bar that I'm telling you about. We do not, he knew actually what it was. It's just that he didn't have, actually, okay, so he either thought it was one of two materials. I forgot what he called it. I think it's called like a depot or depot or something material, where it's not like, it's not seam welded versus something. I forgot, I should have wrote it down. But he was just telling me there's two different ways to make this. One where you can actually feel a seam weld, and one where you can't. Well, he had the one where you do have the seam weld. So if anything, he thinks this might be stronger than what we have here. So this is going to be, you know, more of a stiffer bar versus the one that I got, which is okay because I did get the stiffer spring rates in the rear, so I think that's going to kind of balance them out each other. So here we go. Here's the materials that we have. Now let's go take it to that pressure jet cutter and see if we can get these plates made. We have arrived to M&M Chromatic, where they do metal cutting and water jet cutting. So let's see what they say about this Swaybar. I know when I called them on the phone, they said turnaround was about 1 to 2 days, but that's because they said they would have to source the material. So I'm hoping that since I have the material, they can squeeze me in right now. But we'll see. I'll let you guys know how it goes. Okay, so here's the rundown. Dropped off the material, dropped off the Swaybar. They ran out of time for today, so they're gonna do everything tomorrow. But thankfully, I asked the manager if he could record the process for me, so I can give you guys just, you know, quick insight of how it went and how it's gonna look. Another thing is, they are now going to laser scan it. Like, they're gonna put the Swaybar on like this huge laser scanner they have, and they're actually gonna get, you know, this plate to be replicated to, I don't know, the millimeter, centimeter that he was telling me, and it's gonna be precise and exact. So, you know, it's gonna be exactly like the one that I have. And also, he's also making this into a PDF file. He said that if I ever needed to, I can come back and get these made again. So that's good. Other than that, he said he'll call me back tomorrow. It should be done tomorrow, and we can go ahead and show you how it's how the three pieces are going to be mated and whatnot. So to be continued, but for you guys watching this, it's just all going to be one video. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, we are back at M&M Chromatic. They say my plates are done, so let's go see what they got for us. Hopefully they recorded the process, but if not, sorry. Alright, so we got our things. Sadly, they did not record the process for me. Whatever. But here, let me show you what we got. So, as you can see, they cut these plates out of that. They are identical in both ways. So I would say I am a very happy customer. Everything looks exactly the way I need it to be. So these will bolt up to the 2G quite nicely. Now all we gotta do is go take it back to road race, and I'm gonna go get a welded by them. So let's get, and here we are, road race. This place never fails to impress. Subaru, what are you doing here? Zam. Alright, let's go inside. Alright guys, ran into a little bit of a snag. As you know, went to road race, and I told them, you know, can you guys weld this up for me? They said yes, and they asked, well, where's my car? And I was like, oh, that's a little bit of a problem. This car doesn't even run. So the thing is, they need the car to weld this up, so you know they need so they know exactly where to set these brackets to the bar, so it won't be, you know, off or crooked. So it's pretty much fit to made, I guess. So they need the car in order for it to be a perfect fit. And I also found out that this is actually the bar that I got was actually one of their first prototypes. So the other two, or however many that are out there, actually have three holes right here. So I'm missing two. So they said they were actually gonna drill the other holes once they get this all worked out on my car. So it would be a completely adjustable sway bar. And for those who are, you know, what's the benefit of this? They actually told me that the stock rear sway bar on this car over there is actually 12 millimeters. The highest they sell, I believe by RM, is 18 millimeters. And this one is actually 25 millimeters. So there you go. There's your benefit. So this is going to be a little to be continued, but I just wanted to show you that it's all pretty much said and done. We just got to weld it up to this machine once I get it up and running. So have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you later.